You know, that's exactly how it works. First it's intention, then a behavior, then a habit, then a practice, then a second nature, then it is simply who you are. That kind of sounds like my domino effect video, right? Oh, you haven't seen that video yet? Well, press pause, go check that out, give it a like, and I'll hang out here and wait for you to get back, okay? So what'd you think? Please let me know in the comments. So number one on that list in that quote was intention. Would you say you're intentional with your life? Now, intention is not the same thing as control. There's a difference. Intention is when you do something with thought and purpose. Admittedly, a good chunk of my life was not lived with intention. There were times in my life where I was just flying by the seat of my pants, not really paying any mind to what was going on around me or how my choices were really affecting how I lived. But when the you know what hit the fan, and it hit a few times, let's be honest, things got real. It took some time, not some time, it took a lot of time. It took years. But something finally came over me. Thank goodness it came over me, because now I am living life with the most intention, clarity, and joy that I possibly can in this moment. And it just keeps getting better. I cannot say it enough. I am blessed. Speaking of intention, do you know that everything about my videos is being delivered to you with intention? The name of my channel, my backdrop, my intro, the quotes that I use, and even my closing. All of my videos, as short as they may be, are coming to you with full intention. There's even intention behind my intentions. I want to take this method of using quotes to help you shift your mindset, to help you along your way. Life is so much better on the other side of cynicism, judgment, self-doubt, and dependency. So, today's video is coming to you in a different way than all the others. We are mixing it up. Today I'm going to drizzle all of the snippets of intention I pour into my videos as I take you along on a video tour. Yes, a video tour. I will be essentially giving you insight on what led me to create this channel and the creation of my content, while also, of course, sharing quotes along the way. I guarantee you will not be shortchanged on this one, or any of them. But speaking of short, I told you this video will be different. This is not going to be one of my typical under around 10-minute videos, so I encourage you to grab a snack, beverage, maybe hit up a bathroom break. Are you ready? Are you good? Are you ready to go? Welcome to my video tour. On our first stop on the tour, I like to call my intro. Hi there. Thank you for showing up. I'm Monica, and knowing that you could have spent your time doing anything else, I appreciate that you stopped here to hang with me.
I won't let go. I fell in love with a dancer. Doing all this cake, it's your birthday, girl. I like that.
I do love that song, and I'll talk more about that later. Show up in every single moment like you're meant to be there. Find comfort and confidence in that concept. You are meant to be here, and we're meant to be together in this moment. So, as you will see, my intro has a couple different parts. First, the opening. The opening is the place where I get your contemplation juices flowing. And then it's followed by the greeting. And greetings are just basic good etiquette. It's how you become acquainted with someone. Now, in my greeting, I always say my name. I want you to know or remember who I am, which I'll get more into that later. But I also want to say thank you for showing up. And when I say thank you for showing up, I'm not talking about your physical self showing up, which I also do appreciate. I'm talking about the full you, everything that encompasses you, your mind, your soul, and yes, your body. Thank you for showing up and being present for my video. Time is the most valuable thing a man can spend. Speaking of time, I have an entire video dedicated to quotes about time. You should check it out. It's called It's About Time. To be honest, me and time, we like to bang heads a bit. It's something we continue to work on. In my videos, I like to express the importance of your time. We all have a very limited amount of time that we can use to our leisure. So I always appreciate when someone clicks play on my video. And I also want to make sure that gratitude comes across. You absolutely could be doing anything else, and I realize that. How often are you thanked for extending your time? Dream big, start small, but most of all, start. Allow yourself to be a beginner. No one starts off being excellent. That's the truth. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. Some more shameless self-promotion. You are on my channel, by the way. I also have a video about starting by way of stopping. It's called Start Stopping. These quotes will help you get out of your own way. People who introduce you to new ways of thinking and new ways of seeing life are so important. It is important to mention during this tour that I give a huge chunk of credit to my daughter for this channel coming to fruition. She is actually the one that helped me launch my channel. Having a YouTube channel was something I talked about for years. Her, my son, and I have been doing haul videos since they were 2 and 3, which was years ago. I started putting it out there to more and more people that I wanted to start a channel. And guess what those people did? Guess what they did? They started making me accountable. People would ask me all of the time, so, Monica, what's going on with your channel? But while I was talking the talk, my daughter was walking the walk. She is the one that actually started building her own videos first. She just started doing it on her own without even talking about it, just jumped right in, and it really inspired me. Watching her research, edit, and display that level of creativity was impressive. She became my role model. She was really my inspiration to finally move forward in making one of my aspirations a reality. I am very proud of everything she does, of course. Music is what feelings sound like. Now we are moving past the greeting to the second part of my intro, the song. I call this part of my intro also my intro. It doesn't have a separate name, just still being my intro. I am a huge fan of Flo Rida. Anyone who knows me knows that fact, and now you know. And so I knew that I wanted one of his songs to be a part of my intro, and Dancer's where it landed. It just seemed to flow. Believe it or not, when it comes to songs, I am more about the feeling of the beat than the actual lyrics. Weird, right? Or maybe not, according to that last quote. So that's where that song comes from, and there will definitely be more Flo Rida happening on this channel, I promise. So we've already taste tested our dose in this tour version of an episode. You're here, you're invested, so let's make it formal. With part 3 of my intro, let's fully take in your dose of quotes. Welcome to part 3 of my intro, folks. This part of the tour is actually the segue to the theme of the video. This part of the tour is called Your Dose of Quotes. It's also how I title my videos. Where does your dose of quotes come from, you ask? Well, it kind of rhymes. Dose of quotes. Who doesn't like a rhyme? Also, I'll explain further in a bit, but I knew I wanted my channel to be focused around quotes to strengthen the mindset. As you take a prescription for your body, these quotes that I'm dispensing are a prescription for your mind to help you mentally feel better, which I guess there's a prescription pill for that as well, but here we're just doing quotes. Your dose of quotes. So while we're here at this part of the intro, you will notice this graphic. I believe this was built in Canva, and it's 2 pills. They're your dose. Except these aren't just any pills. These are my quote pills. See the quotations? One is of strength and one is of awareness. This picture is a good representation of my goal with this channel, to encourage by using thought-provoking words as a resource to become mentally strong and conscious. Your dose of quotes is feeding your mind to evoke thoughts that produce a preferable experience. Awesome, right? So that concludes the intro part of your tour. Does anybody have any questions? If so, please drop them in the comments below. Integrity. A name is the blueprint of the thing we call character. You ask, what's in a name? I answer, just about everything you do. As we go deeper into this tour, I'd like to ask, has anyone considered where the name of this channel comes from? Well, yes, the Monica part is obvious, but what about the being? The behind-the-scenes synopsis of this channel should definitely reflect on the name of the channel. It's right down here. So the name of my channel, Being Monica. I'll give you the rundown. As short as the word be can be, it's a super powerful word because that's our total existence. And being is that existence in action. Being encompasses everything about who we are. I am being Monica and you are being you. Well, I am being me, you're being you. We are human beings. So that is the meaning of Being Monica. At least the name of this channel. As we move past this part of the tour, we enter the backdrop, located, well, right here behind me. Find your happy place. I have unequivocally found my happy, joyful, delightful place. So I actually took that picture in that quote you just saw, and I also took this picture. One day while I was sitting in one of my most happiest of places, by the pool, I snapped this beauty. This picture really spoke to me. Looking at it, it's timeless. There's nothing in the photo that specifically identifies what era it was taken in. To go further with that idea, when I printed it, I went with black and white, as you can see. So a story about me. I love the tropical climate. I haven't always lived in this environment, but it is definitely where I'm made to be. So it's a wonderful reminder of how far I've come and where I am right now. I want to make sure that it is one of the first things I see every day, so this picture is planted on my bedroom wall. With that perspective in mind, it had to be a part of this channel. I believe my mental awareness of my existence has brought me to the environment I live now, whereas if I had not had that mental awareness and listened to my intuition, I would probably be where I was previously, and that was not a place that supported the fulfillment that I feel today. Again, this picture is a constant reminder of my joy that I experience now. This picture, it's definitely worth 1,000 words. The power of words is nothing compared to the power of the thoughts that are behind them. Welcome to the part of this tour where I tell you how I got into quotes. I'm going to give you an abbreviated version, but it is the real meat and potato, folks. Among my journey, I always knew there was more and better, but I didn't know how or where to find it. I've always been a fairly positive person, but always lacked the true confidence and awareness needed to navigate my life to joy and fulfillment. The challenges on my path led me to various self-help books and therapists, some better than others. Shout out to Christine. Earlier on the course of my self-discovery, I stumbled upon Oprah Winfrey's Super Soul Sunday. Have you ever watched it? I got to know names like Deepak Chopra, Glennon Doyle, Brené Brown, Pema Chödrön, Eckhart Tolle, and others. When I listened to them and watched them, I could feel the calmness and certainty in their words, and it inspired me. It got to be where every Sunday I was looking forward to the next episode because I knew just listening to those messages would make me feel better. I would feel hope. Mindset. It's all about mindset. From the moment you wake up to the moment you rest your head at night, everything is up to you. Your emotions, your thoughts, your perceptions, your reactions, every moment. This quote 100% encompasses everything I believe and the theory behind this channel. So not too much later after my Super Soul Sunday era, through an ASMR video, I heard the name Abraham Hicks, and the quote the content creator provided really resonated with me. Unfortunately, as powerful as that quote was for me, I can't remember it now. But after hearing it, I knew I had to learn more about this Abraham Hicks. The evidence does not support your belief. The evidence was created by your belief. For quick context, Abraham Hicks is an entity that has connections with the book The Secret, as well as self-written publications including The Law of Attraction and Ask and It Is Given. After learning about the Law of Attraction, everything about my life all of a sudden made sense. And that was where it finally set in. How my life had played out had all been a result of my thinking and lack thereof at times. After that, in my painful or challenging moments, I would scroll through quotes and just read one positive, uplifting word after the next. I knew that no matter what I was going through, if I took in information to shift my mindset, by default, I would automatically feel better. And it worked. Training my mind to think better, respond better, and react better. Your mindset shapes your reality. Think big, act bold. My practice was like how some would study the Bible, I guess. I would have set times of the day, usually first thing, where I would seek out quotes that would help me strengthen my mindset based on what I was experiencing. These were my mental exercises. Like how my muscles strengthened during a workout, my mind became stronger and I was able to overcome situations in a more optimal, calm, emotional state. Think about it. Why is this thought process so emphasized from the most successful people? It's because those who practice it knows it works, and you will too. And that is how I developed my love for inspiring quotes. Grace means that all of your mistakes now serve a purpose instead of serving shame. Fellow beings, we have walked through the video intro, checked out the scenery in the backdrop, and explored my quote journey. This next stop is the start of this channel, how it came to be a reality. Hey, I appreciate you staying this long. So except for my quote scrolling and YouTube viewing, I stayed away from social media for over 10 years. I thought it was so toxic and dramatic. I knew it was not the nutrition my mind craved and required at the time of my life. And I couldn't help question throughout those years why so many people were so drawn to it. Even when people spoke about it, I could tell they were questioning it themselves. But it's not all bad. At least it doesn't have to be. And that's where my reunion to social media comes in. What if we were transparent about our own failures not as some kind of performative vulnerability, but as an invitation to collectively destigmatize the messy process of lifelong learning. I knew on those Super Soul Sundays that those inspirational people speaking those powerful ideas were not perfect people. They too had experienced hardcore life, tragedies and desperation. But that wasn't the story. The story was what happened after. I am not perfect. I still have my days and my moods. I don't know all of the answers. No one knows all of the answers. I don't believe we are meant to know all of the answers. We will go to the grave learning. Our death in itself will be a learning experience, but we can definitely help each other along the way with what we learn. It's good to learn from your mistakes. It's better to learn from other people's mistakes. Maybe because then you don't have to go through the feelings of making a mistake? But so much comes from a mistake and what we learn. It's hard to remember that in the moment, though, I know. I have a whole video on making mistakes, by the way. Anyways, I had my feelings and reservations about social media, but just like with everything else, I flipped my thinking. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. A lot of this is actually common sense. Sometimes we look too deep into everything. Simplifying things can bring a lot to the forefront. So as I was saying, I modified my thinking. Instead of staying away from social media because of the negativity, what if I rejoined it and became a part of something that felt different, like elevated? What if amongst the drama and the negativity, I can offer something softer, something productive? Maybe I could be the something that helps others feel and think better while they're in their social media environment. After learning how much the mindset impacts the living experience, I have become invested in sharing these ideals, and I really do find pure joy in helping people. And with that, the channel was born. You inspire people, not by showing them how amazing you are, but by showing them how amazing they are. There's no need to be perfect to inspire others. Let people get inspired by how you deal with your imperfections. We are entering the last parts of our video tour. You are really getting the in-depth view of this channel. We just saw how the channel came to be. Now you are entering the making of a video, at least the thought process behind them. So I had the life experience, I had the drive, I had the premise. Then I had to determine what method I would use to present these ideas. I want viewers, just like you, to understand that doing something as simple as reading or hearing uplifting words can impact their experience. I know it helped me shift my mindset and improve my life in an impactful way. And frankly, that's why everyone else speaks out about mindset, positivity, and even the law of attraction. They have met the success of practicing and believing in them, and they feel the obligation to share this practice with everyone. They too want others to experience something similar. Knowing that words can create happiness or suffering, I am committed to speaking truthfully, using words that inspire confidence, joy, and hope. So my method for my videos is to hand-pick quotes with a theme. The theme may be a topic, a feeling, or quotes by a specific person. I also know that I want these videos to be compact messages. I understand this video has been a little different, it's a little special, and sometimes they will be different. But I do understand the value of time in a limited schedule. I want to deliver a message that will launch the viewer in a direction. From there, they are in the driver's seat. If they have time, they could seek out additional quotes, develop their own mind-shifting process, or maybe watch another video. Appreciation is a wonderful thing. It makes what is excellent in others belong to us as well. When gratitude becomes an essential foundation in our lives, miracles start to appear everywhere. A key component in mind shifting is gratitude. How can you possibly practice a joyful life without appreciating all that life has to offer? You can't. Well, we are reaching the end of our tour. I hope you enjoyed your time learning a little bit about my journey, my channel, and my process. Our final stop of this tour is all about the appreciation I have for appreciation and the appreciation I have for you. Just as much as when I start the video, I like to end my videos with my gratitude to my viewers, or my fellow beings, right? It truly brings me joy to speak about the beauty and blessings of life. And I'm not just saying that. I think it's quite obvious when I speak it, how happy it makes me. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you a million times. I can never say it enough for listening to my messages. I feel like I have been blessed in countless ways, and the only way I know how to pay it forward is to share my message with as many other people as there are willing to listen. And I hope you continue to listen and to watch and to like and to share. You never know when you share a message who you might hit. It could be that one person that really needed to hear it. That's how it happened for me. I know that's how I found my path here. I know. And everyone deserves and is able to feel the same way about life as I do, maybe better. Things are not perfect. Perfection does not exist. That was not promised to you at any time. You will be bombarded throughout your journey with reminders of the challenges of life. But how often do you have nudges on how absolutely amazing the experience of being is? An endless amount. That was a trick question. If you got it wrong, you need to keep watching my videos. Every day you wake up to air, thought, resources, imagination, love, magic, and more. But it's up to you to notice and acknowledge it all. I speak about that in my birthday video. Another video plug. They are absolutely right in front of you all of the time. You just have to become aware. Good news, as your trusted tour guide, it is my absolute pleasure to provide regular conscious wake-up calls to assist in making the most of what is being given to you. And I encourage you to reach out. I would love to hear from you about your journey. With that being said, today's tour has reached its conclusion. Feel free to stop back anytime you wish. You always have an open invitation, and you know right where to find me. See you then. Bye.